Well, it's been a while. Feels like we gotta get back in our swing. All right, here we go.
You ready?
Yep.
How are you feeling today, boys?
I was good.
I told Jimmy earlier. It's like I got up this morning. I went for a run. I mowed the grass. I sweat all of those nasty impurities out this morning, and I'm ready to defile myself.
I didn't do any of that.
I got up this morning and got the boat ready by 9, was on the water, and drug the kids around for a little bit.
I had a beer to get rid of the shakes.
Hey, welcome back.
Hey.
We've got a brand new one. So I happened to pick up a couple. I actually didn't get, there's 3 offerings of this brand new Heaven Hill grain to glass.
Haven't seen it before. It looks cool.
And so I wasn't drunk when I went to the liquor store, I swear to God. But
You may have looked.
yeah. So when I got to looking at the labels on these things, I saw this was a wheated bourbon, and I read the mash bill: 52% corn, 35% wheat, 13% malted barley, aged at least 6 years. The other one is the rye. So mash bill. The reviews on it are spectacular.
Okay.
But then they also have a blue label one, and it is a straight bourbon whiskey or whatever. And I looked at the mash bill, and it was the exact same, except for I thought it was the exact same, and so I passed. I said,
Okay.
why would I? And it was a lower proof. It was like 119, 117, 117. I don't know.
4 points.
I was like, so why
Oh,
would I
God.
buy the weeded, or why would I buy this one when I just get the weeded? Well, stupid me didn't read, it was a high rye. It was a high rye bourbon, so I passed on it. But, glad I did, kinda, because rumor has it, reviews out there, is it's the worst one of the 3.
Oh.
So I don't really need to guess drop.
They should void it.
Yeah.
I've watched a couple of reviews on this. Obviously, I've opened it. I have opinion so far. I haven't tried it for a good week and a half now, so I'm excited to see how it's opened up.
Yeah.
But the other one, they said don't waste your money, but the weeded
This one was
version
worth it?
is worth it. The rye is the best one of the 3. Jimmy? So we have a little bit of
We at least have a place to start.
We have some fun here. Since this is a weeded bourbon, we thought it would be fun to try this, and then what else might be comparable in the weeded bourbon, similar proof.
With high proof weeded bourbons.
Yeah, so let's get into this, see what we
All
got.
right.
So the whole deal with the Heaven Hill grain glass, you guys can get into the tasting and all that good stuff. So Heaven Hill has worked with 2 local families there in Kentucky. The Beck family specifically is with the grains for this, and then Peterson Farms.
Cool.
Not the Peterson Farms right here in
Yeah.
Assyria, Kansas, by the way.
Shucks.
That would have been cool.
That would have been cool. We would definitely bring them on the show.
And I would have made him give me a bottle.
That's right.
So the whole grain to glass thing, they promote family atmosphere. They've worked with these people for a lot of years, so that's where this whole grain, the farm where it's grown and all that.
That's cool though.
So do you get like a dark, like a sticky, like a fig or a?
I definitely
It's
get
like a
the
cherry.
sweet.
If you were to take like a dark, sticky cherry, a cherry, and then mash it together with like with a fig, like a fig Newton, a cherry fig Newton.
Yeah, I got like prunes or figs, like just dense.
Definitely like a
The
sugary.
nose is
the nose
absolutely
is killer.
phenomenal on this
And then-
whiskey.
Caramel. Like
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, like
That's
when
the
you're
first
starting to
thing
cook
I'm
like
getting.
milk caramel
Yeah.
in a pot, like that smell when the sugar starts to like heat up.
Yep.
That's what I smell in this. It's
Yeah, but there is also a
smells
little
good.
bit of a honey aspect to it too. I know they're similar. But to me, honey's a little bit lighter, but I definitely see that darker caramely thing. But that cherry fig Newton, this nose is absolutely.
and it hides the proof well.
Yeah,
you smell it, and you're like, that's not gonna.
It's a little, it's. You're probably gonna hate me, and a bunch of the viewers might too. But this is like a supercharged, high-proof Russell's 10. kind of, I mean, maybe less vanilla notes, but I get the caramel, I get the cherry. And I have one nostril that's kind of working today, so that's pretty cool.
Just go back and forth.
Good nostril.
So the palate is good. It's very good. It doesn't necessarily match the nose. The nose, it's proofy, huh?
That wasn't on purpose. That was an accident.
This is your
Wrong
first
tube?
whiskey drink of the day, right?
Yeah.
Yours too, right?
No.
The nose is the star of this show.
Yep.
The palate is good. Don't get me wrong.
It's musky. There's a bit of
little bit.
There's a bit
of funk in the
that
mid,
spice, yeah.
kind of mid
I like
back into the
it.
palate. It's good. It goes well with the whiskey. It's not like
it just doesn't pack the same just like flavor bomb punch that you would expect is coming
something.
off the nose.
Yeah, it's a little less. Still good enough to choke you up, but I like it. I mean,
There's a
ton of proof, ton of flame, kind of heat on the backside.
Yeah,
I'd mix it with
especially
Big
with first sip.
Oh, yeah,
if
clearly.
you're not expecting it, it does kind of take your breath away, doesn't it?
Yep. Just really excited, really happy, really emotional about this whiskey.
There is a nice baking spice to it.
I picked that out for sure.
After you get after your second sip and you kind of get acclimated to that 120 proof, it actually is really mellow. I mean, it's a very easy drinker for 120 proof.
Yeah, it would definitely sneak up on you because you're like, oh, it's not that bad. There's 100 proofers that are way more harsh.
after a few pours of that, you'd be over the proof and you'd be like, this is good. And
Yeah.
then half a bottle down, you're like, I'm going down.
So at $100 ish, I think I see them at Total Wine on the shelf for like $114.99 or something like that. I think I was able to get it for closer to the 100 or 105. This particular one, 100% recommended for me.
I would do
good.
it.
I would absolutely. Now, obviously, I've heard the reviews that I've watched for the high rye one. They said it is absolutely not worth that price point. But this weeded, I'm telling you, if you find this
If you can
weeded,
get one,
it's
pick it up.
100% worth it.
And the bottle's cool. I mean, Heaven Hill. I don't think we've gone wrong with too many of their products through the years. So.
Topper's pretty thick.
Mm-hmm.
What else might come close to this?
I don't know.
Is this?
What do we got for weeded options? Larceny or
It's funny you should mention that. We do have larceny.
maybe some Weller.
What else? Maybe from a nice tater distillery that you love.
I love taters.
Well, we also have the Weller Full Proof that we got to see.
Look at this production
How
value. This is great.
We got to see how these stack up.
Ote.
This will be interesting. Obviously, larceny coming
Trouble.
out of the same distillery. Now, is it significantly different? Now, this larceny happens to be the C923, which got rave reviews from last year, and all of the larceny reviews that came out, most people kind of said that the C923 from last September was the best one of 2023. When you have a whole shit ton of larceny barrel proofs, sometimes you kind of stop buying them, and so I haven't picked up the ones from 2024 yet.
No, the year's not over
I
yet.
have a 5 more we can play with.
I don't know. I've heard so many not good things about the 2024 releases that that's another. I've passed on them every time I see them. There's a sharpness to that is just the grain to glass is so much better.
It's sharp and it's kind of floral. Compared, like it's not as
Yeah.
near as sugary.
Yeah.
It's like almost like kind of like a lavender. Definitely doesn't come through on the palate that way though.
Oh, it's good on the palate.
It's
holy cow.
It's very
that
similar.
sugar.
You get a lot of the same
Yeah.
spice, a lot of the same kind of caramely, sugary notes.
I think they're
What's the proof difference?
suspected to be similar
Okay.
age. So that's six to
6 to
7
7, yeah.
years. They're rumored to be about the same, and this one is actually 126.4. So we stepped it up just a little touch
Tingly on
for
the
you.
palate.
That's what I was needing. Feel better already?
Okay, if you could just put the nose
Oh,
from this
oh, yeah,
one
with
and
that.
the palate on this, you have an absolute
Still go, there you
monster
go. Just trying to
whiskey.
trick your sensory confusion here, Jay.
Oh, yep. Smell that, and then just
Yeah.
take a little mouthful with it. It's still kind of trapped in there. I just,
That C923 Larceny barrel proof is spectacular.
Pretty okay. I use the same.
There's a lot more there's a really nice baking spice kick to that I think hides the proof a little bit.
I think so.
But
Sometimes
it's-
that can be a little offensive, at least to me. Too much baking spice kind of takes it in a different direction. Both of these are pretty good, but
I don't get near the fruit note on the Larceny. There might be something
there's
there.
something in there, but it's not quite as pronounced as the Heaven
It's
Hill.
awful. I'll say it's awful brown. There's a lot more brown sugar caramel thing. That's the sweetness is more candy sweetness versus fruit
Yep.
sweetness.
dense dried fruit.
Yeah.
I think the Larceny finish is a lot smoother too. I don't feel nearly the kind of the afterburn in the throat and chest region.
Well, that might be because you've also had
Possibly
several.
so, but
Wait till the third one.
this one it just feels a little bit smoother. I could be wrong. More testing might need to be done.
Yeah, you're right. So let's test it. We'll see. This is your
Keep a little bit of that down.
favorite.
Wellers.
Not the
Buffalo
whiskey that gets me.
Trace and Heaven Hill are my two favorite distilleries in the world. They make
I
the
too
best
enjoy
whiskey.
their. I
just-
like their products.
I hate the fact that goes for $250+ on the secondary market, and
Rolling dice.
most people don't have the opportunity to try it. A lot of people don't have. Yes, you do. You can come over to my house anytime
I know.
and
I'm just
try
saying.
it.
I will never go get this
And on
bottle.
that, the ones that do buy it at that price, they either tell you you're jealous because they have it, or
They're
they don't care because they just can't find it anywhere. Stop giving in to the secondary market, and the
Or-
secondary market will go away.
Or, I don't think secondary market's ever going away. What hurts my feelings for those people who spend that kind of money on let's be honest, any Buffalo Trace product, is when they try it and they say that's terrible or that's not good.
Yeah.
Well, it is good at 55,
So
60
are you
bucks.
hating because of the
It's-
price?
Maybe it's not good at $250.
I would
You
say
got
some
two
shit.
of those bad boys.
Yeah, I would say some shit like that.
So
It's great, but not for me.
welcome back to
It's
I'm telling
good.
you that the people who talk about the grape note on Buffalo Trace, this I would be able to tell you I am drinking Buffalo Trace right now had this been blinded in front of me. There is a significant grape note.
It's different.
You can tell that those are potentially the same distillery, or you would see some. This stands out as the different
It's apples
one
and
of the
oranges,
three.
or grapes and oranges.
Grapes
in
and
this
figs.
case.
There we go.
Grapes and figs. That'll be a new one. I like it, but I like the Larceny.
It's like if you just took the peels off of grapes.
Heaven Hill better. Yeah.
Like,
And just smelled the peels.
just chew on those for a little bit.
I like the nose on this. I'm not in love with the palate. At least not up against these two. I love Weller Full Proof. I'm just not in love with it right now after having those two.
Time and place. Again, you're not busting out the 250+ bottle every day, all day.
And I'm drinking it behind two Heaven Hill products.
We've already kind
one that I haven't had in 8 months, and one that I haven't had have had one time a couple weeks ago.
You can remember what you drank 8 months ago?
I just know I haven't had it since I got it.
August, yeah, okay. New Year's, yeah. Sorry, I'm doing a little math in my head. It took a while.
That Weller Full Proof is good. It's just it doesn't match up to these two, in my opinion.
Where did Larceny come in on the price scale? Is it similar?
Yeah,
Heaven Hill
it's
70.
pricing?
yeah,
Under
the barrel proof is
Okay.
they go for 65 to 75.
Yeah.
So there again, always bringing in, obviously price. Can you buy 4 or 5 bottles of Larceny? I mean,
100% if you see that at
Oh,
55,
get it.
60 bucks. it is
Retail on that? Oh my God.
60
A bomb.
bucks.
yeah, you'll just never find it
I
for
would
that.
buy it.
Yes, no.
Yeah, and you would be crazy if you didn't.
Yeah, you wander through and see that for like $75. That may be I don't want to pay $20 over retail, but I'm going to because I want it.
$20 is better than $200
So
over
the
retail.
question is, if you can get that for 65 or 70,
Do you go
that for
120?
110.
I'm going for one of these two every time. Like it is what it is for me.
That one's cool to have in the collection just because. Larceny, you can get it a lot more places.
If
I
you're
feel like.
so here's an interesting question. If you walk into a liquor store and you see this on the shelf for $120, which is maybe slightly above retail $5, and you see this on the shelf for $120,
Ooh.
and your purpose is to not turn around and flip it and make money.
Yeah, you're gonna
You're
actually enjoy
drinking
it. You're
it.
gonna
I'm
drink
going
it.
to the hotel and hanging out and drinking it and smoking cigars. And
Yes.
Well,
Which one are you picking up for the same price?
the Heaven Hill.
I like Heaven Hill products in
I do
general.
too.
I'm a Weller. I mean, I like Weller stuff, but I just like Heaven Hill stuff more.
See,
I'm with you guys.
And
That
while,
Heaven
while
Hill
smoking
is-
a cigar, though, the
Oh, yeah.
palate kind of gets muddled by the cigar.
Mm-hmm.
So that nose on that with the cigar is just going to be, you're
That
going to
would-
sit there and smell that and smoke a cigar and
Yeah.
sip
Yeah.
on it. And perfect.
I just went back to my last sip of that Larceny after the Weller, and I still like it.
Yep. All right.
There it is.
There is the.
That was a Triple Crown.
That is a good review right there, and comparing three fantastic
heavy
weeded
hitters. Yeah.
weeded bourbons against each other, which we need to talk about. By the time this video posts, one of the videos that I'm going to post right before this is the Wild Turkey 12-ish
Oh, yeah.
video, which
That's
is
good.
going to be coming out very soon.
That was good. Hope you
We,
find that
we're
one.
we're on a drive for 500 subscribers. Woo! So we want to
Come
give
on.
away. I was not planning to do that. That just came to me in that video, and we're gonna be giving away, or I'm gonna be giving away a 375 milliliter bottle of my home project of that Wild Turkey 12-ish. So drive for 500.
Yeah.
Just hit the old like, comment, subscribe button, and
Pass it
check
around.
us out. Pass us around.
Yeah.
Wait, what, Pat?
You guys are dirty. I know. It's Sunday. Come on.
Sunday fun day.
We got merch. We got shirts, hats, Blue Glens. Check us out, guys. Thanks for tuning in. What do you guys think of these? What do you think of our comparison? What else is out there for the weeded bourbons that maybe we
there's
need
something
to
else.
throw against this Heaven Hill grain to glass? Because that's a fantastic bottle. Highly recommended. And we'll see you next time right here on Thin Blue Whiskey.